All right, welcome back to another video. It's Tel here. In this video, what I'm going to do is I want to talk to you about why coaches specifically struggle to grow their business, why they lack so much clarity, why there's so much confusion, why every single month they're waking up and they're just kind of winging things and they're just not really sure like what levers to be pulling, how to actually grow consistently and predictably, and ultimately just the direction that they're trying to take their business, why there's just so much confusion and so much lack of clarity in these areas. And so, for those of you who don't know me, by the way, my name is Tel. I'm the owner of Content and Clients. I've been building online fitness coaching businesses for the last 9 years. And over the last 4 years specifically, I've been coaching, mentoring, and consulting with other online fitness coaches. And so, all of this is just literally based off of my experience having built my own businesses, again, like I said, over the last 9 years, and having been a part of many other coaches in their journey over the last 4 years. And so, as I've been talking to people recently in the DMs and just booking calls and really like taking on our spring intake here. There's just that time of the year where everybody's excited, everybody's moving again. And so, as I've been talking to people, it's been abundantly clear to me that this is an issue that is just like going crazy right now in the industry as a whole at a level that I have not seen in a long time. At its core, one of my biggest jobs, I would say, over the last 4 years has been helping people find clarity and helping them, install process and systems and business models into their business. But specifically right now, I've never seen it as chaotic and just like out of alignment as I'm seeing it right now. And so this is what I mean. Many of the coaches that I'm talking to, when I'm asking them questions about their offers, or I'm asking them questions about their messaging or who it is they serve and the actual process and how they're actually delivering to people inside the program, their offer promises, do you have guarantees? Do you not have guarantees? Like, what does all this look like? The answers that I'm getting back from people are ones where they don't even know what it is they're doing, right? Things have gotten to a point where their business just feels complex. They lack any sort of certainty or direction in what it is they're actually doing inside their business. The conversations look kind of like, I'll ask like, cool, it's like, who's your ideal client? And like, what's the problems you solve? And the responses I get back, like, well, like I've done this, this, and this, and I helped a bunch of people do this, but then I decided I was going to switch and I was going to create a program over here, but also, I could do this over here as well. And, I do really enjoy this and I like this. And then I'll start taking a look at their social media, and their social media is all over. There's either just super generic content right now. They're chasing like viral trends and just looking out to the market. What are other people posting? And they're just copying stuff. And so their social media is like really bland or it's generic, or I'll see that it's inconsistent. They've maybe posted a bunch in the past, but now just literally yesterday I was looking at a coach's profile, told me they were struggling, and I was like, dude, I see 6 posts. Right now it's April 22nd, and I was like, dude, I've seen 6 posts for this entire year. Like this entire year, like we're in quarter 2 of the year, and I'm seeing that you've only posted 6 times this year. And I'm seeing this on a scale that I have not seen over the last 4 years. I'm seeing this at a scale of people just, again, being totally out of momentum, lacking clarity, lacking direction inside their business. And the thing that I always say to a coach that's in this situation, if you're finding yourself in this situation here today, like I want to kind of try to help give you a guiding light or give you, point you off in the right direction to be moving towards. The thing I always say to these coaches is just like, dude, like if you're confused about this, if you don't even know what this looks like imagine what it's like to your ideal client. Imagine what it's like to your followers and your audience and the people that you're actually trying to book calls in with. Imagine what it feels like on their end. Like if you're not even certain, if you don't have confidence in what you do, if you lack clarity in what you do, if you are second guessing and doubting and you're always changing and you're switching things up, imagine what that's like to your audience, right? At the end of the day, one thing that I always tell coaches, I've said this for years now, the number one thing that's really happening inside of coaching sales is it's a transfer of confidence. Like coaching in and of itself, like it's like when you really want to boil it down, coaching is a leadership sale. People are quite literally coming to you and they are saying, hey, I don't like who it is I currently am. And I have this vision, I have this dream that 6 months from now, I will be a better, more leveled up version of myself. And based on just all of our interactions online and the content from you that I've consumed and just the things that I've checked out, I believe that under your leadership, if I would join your program, I believe that you are the person who could actually help me facilitate that transformation. I believe that you are the leader, that you are the person that has the level of confidence and conviction and the person that will hold me accountable, the person that will call me out, the person that will actually get in the trenches and help me. Like I believe that you are the person that will be able to help me make that transformation, to actually go through this, 12-week, 6-month, 12-month journey and actually make the transformation that I'm looking for here. It doesn't matter if you don't sell like a fat loss program or, quote unquote, like a transformation program. Like all of it is still some sort of transformational sale. No one is coming to you and saying, hey, I would like to join up to your program and spend a bunch of money. And you know what? Like if 6 months from now, like I'm in the same place and I'm the exact same person and I've not leveled up and I've not grown, like that would be totally okay with me, right? Like nobody's saying that. Doesn't matter if you sell something that's more performance based, or if you sell something that's more holistic, something that's more around health and well-being, every single person that is joining your program, or every single person that is inquiring or even just finding out more information, they are looking for improvement. They are looking for a transformation. They are quite literally saying that 6 months from now, if I purchase this, I want to be a different person. I want to be in a different place. I want to have different results, and I want my life to look different. And so that means that they are really first and foremost, like, yes, they're here to get results. That's like one of the very, that's one of the important things that they're actually here. It's why like so many coaches right now, they don't have offer promises. That's a whole other video, but like they're not even clearly communicating to people what it is they do. And so like that's just a big reason why they're not even getting clients. But number two, whenever the coach is just always switching and is being neurotic and is chaotic and has a lack of clarity and conviction himself, and they're getting on sales calls and like, well, like, I mean, like, I totally think that I could help you. Like, I like, have helped other people kind of similar to you, and like, I'm pretty sure I can help you. Like, yeah, let's do this. Like it's gonna be great. Like, I'll get you in the program and we'll figure stuff out. Like, that's a terrible way to approach sales. That's a terrible way to get into the market and think that you're going to land clients, right? Like it's just not going to happen. Like people are going to hear that. They're not going to hear conviction. They're not going to hear confidence. They're not going to hear certainty. And so they're not going to join your program. And the thing is that this doesn't just start and show up on the sales calls. This is actually projected throughout the entirety of your online presence and your prospecting and your DMs and like everything that you actually do. This permeates into your entire business. When one day you're showing up and you're posting content, you're talking about this, and then the next week you're posting content, and you're talking about this, and then you're launching this thing, and then it's like, oh, like just kidding, guys, like I'm actually going to build something else, and I'm going to put out this different program. And it's like, oh, just kidding again. Like I decided I'm going to go back to the other thing, and this is what we're doing this week, and next week we're doing something different, and then you're posting content about this, and then you're all of a sudden changing, and you're chasing something different. You never establish, first of all, like you yourself are just not leading yourself. You are not actually convicted and confident in just being the person that you actually need to be, where you're waking up every single day and you've got simplicity and clarity and direction, and you know exactly what you want, you know exactly where you want to go. You're not even doing that in your own life in that moment. And so when it comes time to step up and say, hey, I can actually lead you, I can take you to where it is you want to be, you have no solid foundation, you have no solid footing, you have nowhere to actually draw confidence from within yourself, because it doesn't exist, because you yourself are not being that person. And I know this can seem a little bit brutal. I know this can seem a little bit blunt. For those of you that are maybe new to watching my content, like I see the world very black and white, all right? So I'm going to come at you hot and heavy in a lot of these trainings, a lot of these videos. This is just literally the way coaching works. Like you are a leader. And if you're not willing to step up and be a leader, and you're not willing to take on the burden of responsibility of actually leading other people, you will not be able to build a successful. Fact is, like, I just don't think you should be a coach, right? That's just my hot take. But you're just going to struggle. You're really going to struggle to ever get anything to take off, because you start and then you stop, right? You pick a direction and then you give up. You do something for a little bit, you try it out, and then you put it down. The moment you face the first little bit of resistance, you just fold and you just give up. You start to play the victim, you backtrack, everything falls off, woe is me. You get in a really, salty, sour, poo-poo mood, and then you wonder like why your business doesn't grow. This is happening at a scale that I have just never really seen before. And the reason I want to shoot this video is not to just like dog on people. It's because I just believe like it's a super simple flip. Like you can wake up today and you can just choose different. You can just be like, oh, that's the problem. That's why my business isn't taking off, because I'm showing up as one of my worst clients. I'm showing up as the yo-yo dieter inside my business. I'm starting things, I'm stopping things. I'm hopping from program to program. I'm chasing shiny objects. I'm looking for quick fixes. I'm never actually settling in and just getting consistent and grinding at something and just being disciplined and playing the long game. Oh, I'm just like running around and just being like scarce, and I'm just like freaking out, and that's just getting projected into the market. And so when someone comes to me and they have problems, and a lot of times these problems are, emotionally deep, heartfelt problems of people not liking the way they look, which is affecting their confidence. It's affecting the relationships with people. Maybe it's starting to affect their marriage in the way that, their lack of just like self-confidence inside their marriage. And these are big, big problems that people are having that we're actually helping people transform and change in their life. And so if you cannot be that sound, like if you cannot be that stable, like almost like stable rock that people can actually lean on, that they can count on, that in the midst of them freaking out, you can be, like stable and confident, and you can be clear-headed while they're freaking out. Like if you can't be that place for other people, if you can't hold that energy and hold that space for other people, that's going to be why like that's going to be why you're not going to get coaching clients, because that is quite literally like a huge part of our job is to take people that are out of shape, that are out of momentum, that are not making the kind of progress they want, that are confused, that are frustrated, that have tried things, that have failed at things, that feel like shame and embarrassment about how much money they've invested into things, and they failed, and they failed in front of their friends, and they failed in front of their family, and they failed in front of their spouse, and they think about the money that they've wasted on fitness programs that could have went towards things that their kids would have got. They could have bought new clothes or new shoes or school supplies for the kids, but instead they spent it on themselves to actually improve themselves, and then they didn't follow through, and so now they're just feeling like this is the kind of things that are happening. These are the real conversations and problems and objections and things that are actually happening with your ideal client. And so if you cannot be solid, if you cannot be stable, if you cannot be consistent, if you cannot be a rock and a foundation, and if you cannot have a clear plan and a system and a process that you can take people through to help them transform and become that better version, to become that better person, then again, your business is just going to struggle. You're not going to get leads. You're not going to get clients. Your content is going to repel people. Your offers are not going to convert. People are not going to want to book in sales calls with you. And I know this sounds woo-woo. I know this is not like a tactical business system and a business structure. That stuff is so important. Tony Robbins says that success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. And that has absolutely been my experience over the last 9 years of building businesses. It's been my experience over the last 4 years of being inside of dozens and dozens and dozens of online coaching businesses, and having seen some people that succeed, and they succeed very quickly, some people who struggle and then eventually figure it out and they start to take off. And this has been the number one difference. It's not been that there was some flashy, cool script that was secret and hidden away that some coaches had that some coaches didn't. It's not that there was a special chat GPT prompt that one person had access to that another person didn't. It was always the individual. It was always the coach. It was always the business owner. It was the people that knew what they wanted, knew where they were going, that were consistent, that were stable, that were predictable, that were reliable people, that were the people that grew, and they grew the most consistently, again, the most predictably. These were the people that exceeded and crushed it inside of their business. And so, again, my hopes with this video is that it maybe challenges you a little bit if that's what you need, but also that if this is something you've just never really thought about, it's like really taking a moment to be able to be self-aware inside your business and really assess, where are you at? Like how are you actually showing up? Like if you're struggling right now, it's like, are you clear on what it is you actually want? Do you understand what your offer actually is? Do you understand what your message is and how the content that you're creating is affecting your marketing and how that plays into your lead generation system? Do you understand what your cold to sold process looks like? Like, are you clear, and do you understand what it is you're even building, how to actually even build it? Do you have structure? Do you have order? Do you have systems? Do you have routines? Do you have these types of things like installed and present and clarified and mapped out and laid out inside your business? Because if you don't, you're just waking up and you're just being chaotic. You're just waking up and you're just winging it every single month. And this is why so many coaches, they stay trapped forever on this client signing hamster wheel, where a few people come in, they break through to some 5K months, but then they always just fall back off, or they stay stuck for a really long time. Their business doesn't grow. It's because they just lack this foundational level of clarity and just stability that is needed to actually grow and scale a business. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Hopefully this didn't come across too ranty. It's just a big problem that I'm seeing more and more and more as I am just talking with so many coaches right now, of people just being totally out of momentum, totally lacking clarity. Their businesses feel complex. They're just throwing a million different ideas at me. Well, I'm like trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, and then I saw this thing over here, and then there was low ticket, but then people are sending them through, a school funnel, and then I was looking at ads, and I was looking at this over here, and this person was saying I could do this. And then at the end of the day, they're sitting here wondering, they're just like, well, why can't I get clients? And why can't I get leads? And it's because that chaos, that lack of just like clarity and stability and confidence is like missing inside of everything they're doing. It's permeating into the entire business, and it's ultimately the thing that's holding them back. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully you found this valuable. Again, hopefully this maybe challenged you in a little bit, or it challenged you a little bit in some sort of way, or at minimum, maybe it just begins to bring consciousness to something that maybe you didn't know existed. I would encourage you to just really take a look at your business today, take a look at your actions, really ask yourself, are you clear on your offer and why someone would actually even want to buy it? Are you clear on your message? Are you clear on your positioning? Are you clear why your content actually makes somebody want to buy? Like, are you clear on like what topics are going to lead to you getting more leads? Are you clear on what message is going to be good versus bad? Are you clear on how it is you're going to get leads consistently and predictably? Are you clear on what the process from cold to sold looks like? and the different touch points and the different pieces of content people need to get exposed to? Are you clear on your pre-sales call assets? Do you have VSLs? Do you have things that have been intentionally built and created to actually nurture people, to warm them up, to take them from total stranger that's a 0 out of 10 wanting to work with you to, a warm prospect who's a 5 out of 10 to a hot prospect who's a 10 out of 10? Like, do you have this stuff clarified and laid out and systematized and structured and process oriented inside of your business? Because if not, again, you're just waking up and it's just like the person who has no plan for the health and fitness, no plan for the nutrition, no plan for the workouts, that just kind of wakes up, they wing it, and they hope things work out, and it just never does, right? And if it does, it's never long term, it's never sustainable, it's just something that's just kind of hit or miss. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off here. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.